Hey everybody, it's April 12th. I'm Adam, and this is your daily dose of today. We're heading into the weekend. I hope you've had a good, productive week. And if some things didn't go as well as you would hoped, then I hope that you're able to reflect on those, analyze those, or maybe spend the weekend looking at those things and say, how could you do something different to improve that situation? And I hope you do that. By the way, I'm always here. You feel free to comment or message me, as some of you already have, and I'm glad to give you a little bit of my time to help you through whatever it is you're going through. It doesn't cost you anything. So we're getting ready to head into the weekend, but I do want to say real quick, I got three messages this week, specific messages about how this program and these videos have helped people in very specific ways. One person, they're going to start writing a book that they've been putting off forever, and then another person was able to land a great job at a new company, and after coming through some very hard situation and found some confidence or encouragement through these videos to land that job, and that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing those stories with me, because I still fight with the struggle every day of, this is stupid, nobody's listening. Despite having numerous stories, that's what FUD does, right? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Anyway, so we're going into the weekend, and I stress, stay focused through the weekends, relax and enjoy, but stay focused. And one of the things I want to talk about is you can't out-train a bad diet. Now, if some of you might be familiar with this term, but if you're not familiar with this term, this is usually used in physical training where people might be exercising, going to the gym, running, whatever it is they're doing, but they're still gaining weight in the wrong way, or maybe they're still not gaining weight. Like maybe the problem is they're too small, or they're not getting faster, or whatever. They're not seeing the gains. Well, that's because physical exercise is only one part of the component, and nothing will stop you in your goals more by what you're putting in your mouth. The third combination is sleep. That's such an important and underspoken piece. Exercise, nutrition, and sleep. So anyway, so you can't out-train a bad diet. Can't eat 7 packs of Oreos for breakfast and expect to have 6-pack abs, unless you're a freak of nature, which I'm not. I'm a sad specimen of nature. But what I want to bring this forward to is this translates to business. So let me say this clearly. You can't out-train a bad diet in business or in other goals that you're pursuing outside of physical fitness. And what I mean by that, what are you putting in your head? What are you putting in your life? A lot of you take on things in your life that you don't need, that are not helping you on your goals. Not that it's not directly related to your goals, because I do things that are not directly related to my goals. We all do, stress release or whatever. But those things help me achieve my goals because they allow me to release stress, or they allow me to relax, like sitting around with my family. Of course, I have family goals and stuff, but those aren't directly tied to my business aspirations or other aspirations. So they are important. But if you take a look at your life, and how many times do you say this? I'd like to do this, but I just don't have the time. That's wrong. It's false. You have the same time everybody else does, but you just choose. It's all on how you choose to spend it. You say, well, Adam, I got these things. I granted, listen, not all of us have the same amount of free time, right? If you're a parent, that gets gobbled up quite a bit and other things, but you can make it work. And so let me ask you this, one very simple way to tell us, especially in this day and age, how much time do you spend looking at Facebook? Or even worse, in my opinion, Twitter. It's the giant shouting room from hell. Right? I never find any value on Twitter. Every time I'm on Twitter, 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I had those 5 minutes left. I think I'm going to go in there and find something interesting, and I don't. But if you think how much time you spend on Facebook, or playing Candy Crush, or whatever you do, sitting in front of the television, you say, oh, that's my way to relax. Listen, you have to find new ways to relax. And if you're going to pursue your passions, then pursuing those passions, some of that has to be relaxing. Me, I'm in my zone when I'm pursuing my passions. Even when I'm physically tired, if I go to my box and work out, if I go on a run, when I'm in, like today, I got in at 2:30 last night. I finally fell asleep at 2:30 last night. I had to be up at 6:30, 4 hours of sleep. I was really feeling tired to go to the box, but I went and I felt amazing. Once I got into it, I was amazing, and I feel great now. Why? Because that is my therapy. That is my relaxation. Pursuing my goals and making progress is what gives me energy and rejuvenates me and moves me forward, right? And so you have to look at that as a rejuvenation for yourself. And again, do I watch TV? Rarely, but there's things I like to do, and I do that. There are, spend time with my family. I go to my son's baseball games and things like that because those things are important to me. Those things relax me, right? But I just want, anyway, I bring that up because not only with Facebook and other things like that, you're putting all this stuff in your head and occupying mental real estate, occupying attention span, and you can't out-train that. You're putting in all this work during the week, and then you spend maybe all the time at night before you go to bed and other things where you could be spending reading books that's pursuing toward your goals, or doing other things to help you along. That's relaxing, and you don't. So it's garbage in, and what happens? Garbage in, garbage out. The other thing I'll say on this piece, heading into the weekend, look, from an emotional standpoint, relationship standpoint, maybe you have marital problems, family problems, community problems, what have you. Look at who you're surrounding yourself with. Quit consuming all the negativity from people around you. If all they're doing is feeding you with negativity and feeding you their problems, cut them out. You say, well, Adam, they're my family. Big deal. That does not give somebody an excuse to ruin your life or to take reign over your life. I get it. They're your blood. They're your mother. You're their father. You're their brother. You're your sister. Listen, you've only got one life through this way through, and you can't help everybody. You can't help people who won't help themselves. And if they're in a place where they're bringing you down, you've got goals, not only for yourself, but for your children, for your loved ones, and even for them. Right? The ones that are being negative in your life. If you can elevate yourself and have a positive outcome, and if you can be lifted up, what can you do for them? You can lift them up. But if all they're doing is pulling you and holding you down, then there's nothing you can do for them where you are. Think about it. If you were being a help to them right now, would they still be so negative? Anyway, it's food for thought. Can't out-train a bad diet. This has been your daily dose of today.